Hi friends, welcome to QApedia and this is our blog qapedia.com. Today the topic that we are going to cover is JavaScript tutorial, writing our first program in JavaScript. And what are the subtopics that we are going to cover are writing first program in VS Code, writing first program in Replit, and summary of the session. So let's start writing our first program. In our last session, we had discussed about installation which is required in order to work with JavaScript. Now in this session, what we are going to do, we are going to write our first JavaScript program. So we need an IDE to write JavaScript program, and we are going to use two types of IDEs for writing our JavaScript program. One is VS Code and the other one is Replit. VS Code is a local IDE which we need to install to our local desktop or laptop. Replit is an online IDE and we don't need to install it to our local desktop or laptop. So let's see the first topic that we are going to see, writing first program in VS Code. So for that, what we need to do, we need to launch our VS Code and write our first program there. So what are the steps involved in that? Launch VS Code and open the folder in VS Code where we have set up our project. So in the last session, we have set up our project and we need to open that particular folder in VS Code, and then we need to create a JS file there, and then after creating a JS file, we need to write our program there. So let's do one thing. Let's open VS Code. Let's launch VS Code. So this is our VS Code. Let's open it and then go to File, go to this Package Explorer, File, Open Folder, and in this open folder we should go to this particular drive, and here we have a JavaScript demo folder. So let's select this folder, and this folder is created, and we can see we have a package.json file which we created in our last session. Okay, let's see, this is our package.json file. Now let's do one thing, let's create a new file directly. Okay, and let's name it as index.js, and we'll write our program here in index.js. The first thing that we are going to write in this program is about printing a statement to the console. So what will we do? We'll write here console dot log, and inside that we will write hello world. That's it. And then what we can do, we can save it, file, save, and after saving it we will run it. So we'll run. So after running this program, we can see that console is printing hello world. This is the statement that we want to print. If suppose I want to print something else, then I can just copy this and enter, and here inside this I can write some number. Suppose I will write here 20. So we have written here 20, and now we will save it, and now let's run it. So we can see 20, hello world, both are printed. Now let's write some more things, some more statement here. Control C, and here we'll write QA Peddia, and then we can write here JavaScript, and then let's save this program, and after saving this program, let's run it. So we can see hello world is printed, 20 is printed, QApedia, everything is printed. So this is how we write our program in JavaScript, in VS Code. Now if we want to write our program in Replit, then let's see that as well. So in order to write our first program in Replit, we have to launch our online IDE, which is Replit, and write our program there. So what are the steps which are involved? We need to go to any browser, then we should go to this replit.com. We should log in or sign up. We should click on create REPL. Then we should search for Node.js template. Like when we are clicking on create REPL, that means we are creating a new project. So that project should be Node.js type of project. So that's why we have to search for this template. Then we have to write some name to our project, and after giving our name, then we can click on create REPL, and then our project will be created. In this project we can create a new JS file, and in that new JS file we can write our code. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's open this in new tab, and then try to log in. So let's log into Replit. We can use here continue with Google. Whatever is our Google ID, that will be logged into Replit. Yeah, so now what we can do, we can follow the steps. The steps were, we should log in, and then we should click on create REPL. So we have an option here, create REPL. Then we have to select a template, which is Node.js, and then some title we have to give. We will write here, JavaScript done, and then we will click on create REPL. When we click here, then we can see that a project will be created, and there will be a new file which is index.js, and here is a package which is package.json. We can see everything is same in that package.json file. Now let's write our JavaScript program in this index.js file. So let's write it like this: console.log, and then inside this we can write hello world. Yeah, we can write here hello world, and that's it. It is written, and then we have to run it. What is happening? Let's run it. Invalid expected token. So we did not write here double quotes, and that's why it was giving these errors to us. Now if we'll click on run, then we can see that hello world is getting printed. We can click on hello world again, then we can see it is getting printed again. So this is how it works. Again it is printing hello world. And what we can do, we can copy these lines as well. Just copy them from VS Code and then paste it to Replit, and then run them. So if you will run them, it will print hello world, 20, QApedia, and JavaScript. So all three statements are printed. So this is how we work with VS Code and Replit. This is how we write our first program in JavaScript. Now these two are done, and let's see the summary of the session. So we have discussed about writing our first program in JavaScript, how to use a local ID, and how to use an online ID. So that's it for the session. Thank you very much.